Hey, hi traders. Just want to show you guys something. If you can check over here, this is one of my Signal account, because before I was giving out the Signal, I checked, many people said, Parthiban, our capacity is about $150 to $200. So I started an account with 150 USD and then I would start giving account. Last week my account actually I made about 100% on my Signal, and I believe those who followed also made the same thing, because I trade on oil, dollar Sing, dollar Swiss franc, and other trades. Okay, this week there's a lot of miscommunication and then a lot of people misunderstood my Signal. So I'm going to show you, give you a clarity what's taking place, how my trade works. If you see, at the moment I'm actually minus $16, but at the same time my GBP CAD I'm having a $43, and I just got hit stop loss on Australia dollar, $21, which is about 100 pips. Okay, at the moment I'm having 2 for 6 trades. So what I use to be a profitable, and when I give out a Signal this morning, I see some of the students said, sir, USD CAD, did you take 1 trade or 2 trades? So if you see my Telegram, which is stated here, I would recommend the users to say that, like, okay, these are the areas that I'm taking pending orders, these are the good risk reward area. And sometimes, like, I will recommend, okay, you take this pending order, but I'm taking in advance just not to miss the trade. That means I'm taking the risk on that trade. And second, there's a GBP CAD. I stated the statement like this. You can see over here that I'm taking a counter trend with a little risk. The reward is 1 to 11 times, where my stop loss was like 30 pips, my reward was like 360 pips. And that kind of a trade, I'd say, even hit my stop loss, I will again re-enter because it's a good reward. So few subscribers thought that what I mentioned is like, wait for the trade to hit stop loss, then re-enter again. But actually I entered, and I recommended you to enter because that's why I gave you the screenshot. For USD CAD, what I recommended, so I think USD CAD about to hit stop loss, not yet, still running. What I do is, like, I entered, give you a pending order, I took a risk on that. So you guys must know two things in your trading. Before you take a trade, what is your capital? What is your capital? If your capital is under $50 or $200, are you willing to take a risk? If you're willing to take a risk, that means my type of trading, I won't give like 1 trade, 2 trades. In a week, I'll give about 5 to 7 trades. So you must have enough capital for 5 to 7 trades. For start, what I'll recommend is use 0.01 or 0.02 within this to manage all the 5 to 7 trades. So what I will be recommending is, at the end of the week, on net, I'll be profitable. So, but if you enter like 0.1 per trade and 0.3, and you select among 5 to 7 trades that I give, like GBP CAD is not so profitable, looks like very risky, you don't take the trade, and you take my USD Euro USD trade, probably you enter bigger volume, and you entered USD CAD very little volume, and you enter Australian dollar big volume. So the volumes are not even. So even at the end, I'll be profitable, but you won't be profitable. So to avoid that, what I'll recommend is, search in Google position size calculator. Use this to minimize the risk. You have to control the risk on your trade. So use the position size calculator. For your capital, you key in your capital, how much are you willing to risk per trade. If you have about $150, $200, try to risk about 5 to 10% per trade, because you don't have much capital, so you have to maximize the capital. And this is what feedback I got it from a lot of traders, that they started with under $50-$200. And what I'm giving is, I'm giving actually my opinion about the trade and how am I managing my trade. Like if you see, like this week I was having a position like dollar weakening and dollar strengthening, both positions. So this is what I anticipated. Now market is in a counter trend, it's ranging, and at the moment if I see my trade, I'm not got stressed out, because out of under $50 I made it to $300. Now my balance is $275. My equity is over $258, $260. So, and I'm still having a GBP CAD buy position, and I have like Euro USD still in positive, USD CAD and USD Sing dollar is in the minus. Okay, I want you guys to zoom in. You see, I took a risk. I put an additional 0.05, which I never give in signal, but I took a risk. Okay, I think dollar CAD is in a good position. I want to take advantage. At the moment, it's minus. Show you. It's a minus $30 additional trade. Because of that, my entire account is in minus, additional minus. So this is actually, I took a risk on my capital because I anticipated for it to go up, but it did not happen. So if you do all this, you actually have to take responsibility for that. Even I do this on my account. So because I feel like there's opportunity for me to take advantage, but it didn't turn out to be favored to me. So use my signal as a guidance. If you want to follow rigidly, follow as rigidly as what I'm mentioning. The volume, you maintain your volume at standard, then you should be able to be profitable. And if you think you try to do something on your account, or you want to use trailing style, manage your risk, like USD, GBP CAD, I break even my trade. This trade, so I show you, this trade is actually zero risk trade for me, and this become insurance for me to protect my floating loss. So the person who never took GBP CAD, his account won't be like buffered like this. So it's very important for you to take all the trade that I'm giving to do. And like I mentioned earlier, if a capital under $50 to $200, I'll be giving 5 to 7 trades a day. You follow 0.01 to 0.02. If your capital is bigger than that, try to use position size calculator. You can search in Google, that's available for free, and you have to manage your risk. Third, regarding my signal, because a lot of people are asking, when do I start giving signal? Monday 9 p.m. when the US market starts, that's where I really will give out signal. Please do not wait and then look for signal from morning, because Monday morning will be very slow and low liquidity. So I will not be trading during the period. From Monday to Friday, I'll be trading, and I only trade the H4 and D1 chart. So if I'm giving a D1 chart, morning 6 a.m. I'll be giving out a signal, or 7 a.m. H4 means every 4 hours once, probably 8 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m. and 12 midnight. These are the only period where I'll give out signal. And if you think 12 p.m. is like too late, worry not, because most likely I won't take a trade at 12 p.m. also. So these are the main 4 time frame that I'll give out signal: 8 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 a.m. And if I'm managing my risk, like break even my trade and in advance, Maha will be updating on behalf of me. And I think someone like mentioned why the USD CAD 2 trades is not mentioned, because it's very clearly saying that I place pending order, you follow this. I'm taking an early trade because I don't want to miss out. And I checked with a couple of people, many didn't take the USD CAD 2 trades, so they only took 1 trade. But I got a 3 trades in my USD CAD. Like, see, you can see the red color one. I took advantage, but in this scenario it didn't move favor to me. So that's the reason I calculated, saying that what's the deviation of the pips all. So I hope this gives you guys a clarity what all this all about. If you see in a bigger picture, you should see like this. You're paying 60 USD a month. You divide that into 4, you're actually paying $15 a week, which is very, very affordable. What you get in return, you get a market outlook for that week. Like I'll be trading probably about 50 to 60 pips stop loss. Stop loss will be like 50 to 60 pips. Yeah, my take profit is probably about 80 to 200. So if at all the market move favor to you, try to hold the trade until hit take profit. So do not alter your stop loss take profit, because we have to grow our trade until hit take profit, then only we can be sustainable. And in this scenario, let me just give you an overview how traders can be negative in their account. These trades are running positive. I will try to keep this trade as long as possible, because this GBP CAD trade is going to be buffer for me. It's an advantage for me. The other trades is going to be like losing trade at the moment. If I scan and close my profit now, I'm losing the potential of growing my profit. So I just want to give you ideas on this, because a lot of people I have a lot of inquiries, and I'm still figuring out the best way to give out signal to guide the novice traders. And novice, like, you don't know how to trade management, like you don't know what's the risk control. So I've just given you a simple guidance that if you have capitals under $50 to $200, try to risk 0.01 to 0.02. Like last week I traded like that, like 0.01 and 0.03, 0.02. I made about almost $150. Last week alone I've doubled my capital. This week at the moment, today is like Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. So Wednesday, the account is at this stage at the moment, so I'll still look for opportunity, but like I found few opportunity. I am not entering the trade because I want to control the risk on the capital. Okay, so you set a target this week. I want to make out of $150, you want to make another $150. You set a target, you push yourself. When the market is telling you there's some kind of a correlation going on, market is not moving favor to you, you actually must pause and allow the market to react. Allow the market to move in favor to you. If you go and put a lot of trades during this period, you're going to burst your account. You're going to increase your risk exposure. So these are the period where you have to stay calm and be an evolved trader, where at the end of like December, like another 3-4 months, I'm trying to grow my capital as much as possible with a little risk, and that's my idea. So I hope those who are using the signal have got some idea what it's all about, and control your risk exposure. Thank you.